And we are back for round 2. We got Cory Ellis on Boggles and Dylan Kramer on Primeval Titan.
Classic modern match. Each player not caring what the other one does, and then we'll see who wins.
But Ellis is just building his own Titan.
Yeah, I mean, he's building his own Titan that attacks a lot faster than Dylan's will, in theory. Primeval Titan can definitely spew it out there. Cory has a snap mulligan here. That's like 5 lands, 2 enchantments. That's a terrible. Oh, he's got a Spirit Dancer maybe. He might keep on that. I would not, but he might. Nope, Ethereal Armor. Does he have a Boggle?
I don't think he has.
In the back, maybe?
Oh,
he kept, so he must have a Boggle. Alright, so it's not a snap mulligan. He did lose that roll, though. That's bad. Dylan with the classic Cavern of Souls, naming whatever Arboreal Grazer is into Tolaria.
I think it's an ape.
Ape, okay.
I think it's like either ape or chimp. It's something.
So it is a Boggle in the back of his hand. Cory draws a Path to Exile. You don't really want to cast that on Arboreal Grazer.
Nah, you just kill it with a Boggle once you get big enough.
That's true. But in the meantime, Dylan is happy to send that guy right in front of the Boggle. He'll take 2 for a Breeding Pool. Triad for another land for the Valakut.
And it's 5 other mountains. I always forget that.
Yep.
Valakut's such a confusing card.
It is, yeah. I played it way back when. I played with Wargate.
Yeah, that's long.
It was, I think, old extended even. You would Wargate as 3 mana ramp just to get Valakut. But same theory, except it was a Prismatic Omen instead of the Dryad. The Dryad's just way better.
Yeah, I mean, you get to play additional land. Whew.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
No.
And it's a 2/4. It
2/4?
doesn't die the bolt.
No, it does not. It's got reasonable stats for what it does. Cory enchants with Ethereal Armor, with the Boggle, holding up the path, probably for... Well, it was for the first Dryad, I'm sure, but now he can see that Dylan is sputtering. Dylan, just with Pact of Negation in hand. It's not where you want to be against Boggles.
No, not at all. In the Pact of Negation is 5 mana, 2 blue, 3.
Yep, 2 blue, 3. So he can't even use it to stop what is likely this Daybreak Coronet here.
He does have the I do believe one of the enchantments is Pro Creatures that he has in hand.
Yep, Spirit Mantle, +1/+1 Pro Creatures. So
I could imagine he plays that here even to just start getting more aggressive.
He could, yeah. I mean, with Ethereal Armor, we only had a Sanctity. That
Main board.
Yeah, you gotta play a main deck. I mean, well, I don't know if that's common or not. Maybe it is. Daybreak Coronet gonna gain Cory 6 life here. Yeah, Arboreal Grazer. Oh.
Quickly hits the bin.
Yeah, your time has come, little buddy. No more 0-3. Cory probably can't gain enough life to get himself all the way out of range, but I would like to see him try. He's got to get, above 72, I think is the full scape shift number.
I'm not good at scape shift math at all.
I think a full scape shift for, like, the max mountains is normally 72 is what they skimp to. So if 72 doesn't do it, you probably don't win. But Cory will kill him before he gets a 72 life himself, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Unless we see a big string of Arboreal Grazers here.
Ley line, hard cast though.
The main deck ley line. That is something that most people do not expect. I myself, if I was playing in a large tournament, might ask to see a deck list. Just to make sure that it's main deck. I mean,
yeah.
Because now I think Dylan can't target him with anything.
Nope, nothing.
He's cold
with
that.
And Kramer's done game 1.
Yeah, and that's we do have a big tournament tomorrow. If you're watching home, you feel like playing some Modern. Tomorrow at 1, they're running a free win-a-box here at Frost. Show up, no deck list needed, which is part of. I did try to get some deck lists. I couldn't get that through, but if you are going to a tournament like that and you're playing something spicy, I might be playing a sideboard card in my main deck tomorrow.
You definitely want to.
You want to at least have it recorded somewhere, like even just in a chat with someone, like I'm gonna do this tomorrow. So if somebody's like, really, you got that
In the main.
right?
Yeah.
You got that ley line in the main. It's like, yeah, man, here, let me show you this text. Also, you're dead.
Yeah.
Because typically when you get someone with the main deck sideboard card, you get them good.
And we just saw it there where Kramer's just like, I literally cannot interact with it. So
Yep.
And L's already having a 7/7 is gonna block fantastically.
Yeah, I mean he can block forever. He's gonna eat Dylan's life total really quick there. I mean, you don't want to draw double amulet after you've already, you're 4 land on turn 2. Amulet's already kind of past its use.
Yeah. The only time that you're really getting maximum value out of Amulet after the early turns is just to win more.
Yeah, when you're slamming your Primeval Titan and you're like, I really wish I could attack with it this turn. That's when you get to untap and do the Slayer's Stronghold or whatever. But
yeah, I think the Slayer's Stronghold. The red-white activate, give a creature double strike and haste.
I don't think it's double strike. I think it's +2. Double strike is Sunhome.
Oh, Sunhome. Yep.
Which I have played in drafts before. Much more effective with Primeval Titan than suiting up your random 2/2s. So here,
Kramer just has to bring in enchantment removal of some kind, right?
Yeah, I'd love if he was a sicko that was playing Back to Nature. Most people don't anymore. For a while, that was popular. He's probably bringing in most of his enchantment removal, and I'm not very well versed on what the sideboard is typically for the blue-green Titan. If he's got some kind of ensnaring bridge, that's probably in now. Really just anything that can interact kind of with what Cory's doing to slow him down a little bit, or bounce those ley lines if they're already in play on turn 1. Cory, probably getting rid of those paths. They're pretty bad. Don't really know what he's going to have either for this matchup. I'm sure he's got something planned. Blue-green Titan is a pretty popular list.
So, wow, this list is crazy. This is like a rock list I'm looking at right here. Like Reclamation Sage in the sideboard, Fatal Push, Fatal Summer, Abrupt Decay, Cranial Extraction, and Riverside. But obviously that is not the list that Kramer's playing here.
No, but I would bet that Reclamation Sage is probably a good bet of that kind of creature effect where Beast Within, maybe even, or like Reclamation Sage.
I don't mind Reclamation Sage, especially with Pact here.
Yeah, you can Summer's Pact for it in a pinch. Cory does have Leyline in his opener. I think Once Upon a Time, 1 land. Not Once Upon a Time. That's a Glade Cover Scope, maybe? Can't tell what the card behind is. Be better if it was Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, I don't think that's a Once Upon a Time. Kramer doesn't like a 7, though. He's going to ship it.
Okay, Cory's going to snap keep this 1-lander. I mean...
Oh, yeah. Do you know if Boggles plays Once Upon a Time? I can't imagine that they don't.
I would assume they would. I mean, I haven't played Boggles.
The last time I played Boggles was during Eldrazi Winter.
Yeah, and that's the last time I think I've played against it in a tournament was that. And I would imagine that they would play it just because...
It's a free spell.
Yeah, it's free. It lets you keep a lot of your sketchy 7s that you don't really know if you can keep. I mean, Cory's going to keep this one. I think
Kramer's keeping his 6 Signs of Valakut to the bottom.
There's the Once Upon a Time.
Looks like at least an Explorer in hand for Kramer.
Explorer. Looks like Simic Growth Chamber.
Yeah.
One of Cory's multiple Glade Cover Scouts hits the table.
Pact of Summoner's Pact.
Oh, that's a breeding pool. Oh, why are these arts all so similar?
No, he does. I do believe he does have that.
Oh, he does have Growth Chamber also?
Yeah.
That's what he's going to play here and return his forest, probably. Trying to keep his life total high against The Vicious Boggle Beats. Okay, there it is. Yep.
Wow, those do look exactly the same.
Yeah, let's just use all the same shading on all your lands. Cory whiffs on land here.
Doesn't matter though.
He's gonna get in for 3. And I think he should be at 15 here. Showing 16. 15,
Why
right?
why 15?
Took 2 from the breeding pool and then 3 from the cover scout.
Yep, you should be at 15. I'll go get that fixed real quick.
Yeah, and they might have that correct themselves, unless I missed something. But all right, so that's fixed now. Cory looks like whiffs on land again. You don't play that many in the Boggles list. Not a surprise that he would blank here. Can't attack into a
2/4.
Dylan's gonna cast the Summer's Pact. Go get a Titan. That is a beast within there at the bottom, folks. That's the ugly art of Primeval Titan. It's coming in.
Is that a promo version?
It is a promo version. Not my favorite, clearly.
What is your favorite? The classic?
Yeah, Force of whatever the green force is to kill.
Vigor.
Okay, Force of Vigor to destroy that enchantment creature, the Dryad.
Which is not even a Dryad. Did you know that?
It's a nymph, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Make the blue-green lands look the same. Give your creatures the Dryad name and then make them nymphs. Yeah, whatever. Thanks, Wizards. All right, so Field of the Dead.
Yeah, easy game plan switch up for your Kramer here, going off and not getting the value, just going for Field of the Dead.
Yep. And to go back, always the non-foil version of whatever the original is almost always the best art in my opinion. Whether or not that's true.
Non-foil? I've seen. I think it's one of the newer ones foil where it's just like the background of him, and then like he isn't, like the Titan itself isn't foil, but the background is.
And that could be okay. I prefer not, like, I don't like when foils are mixed in with your deck when there's not foils.
So it's either all foils or no foils for you?
Yeah, and that's just a personal, like, when I shuffle the deck preference, I don't like the feeling of some of my cards are thick, some aren't. I don't want anybody being like, oh, it shuffles to the top a whole lot. I mean...
Yeah. Just better safe than sorry, right?
Yeah, but I mean, Promo Titan's probably more accessible. No, and absolutely no judgment there. Did not mean it to sound like judgment. Get your cards as cheap as you can because...
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Magic cards are a little expensive.
I'll take white border if they're cheaper even. Like, yeah. I don't care.
Yep. So Dylan pays, doesn't die to his pact. 4 zombies from playing the forest off the Path to Exile. And
Cory can block 1, but that's about it. But I don't think Kramer's going to really sacrifice 1 to get in for 6 here.
Yeah, it seems unlikely.
I think he would rather almost keep all 4 back in hopes of just keeping Cory at bay.
It depends on what his hand is. I mean, Dylan is incentivized to start... Okay, another Theal Armor. Dylan does want the game to end before Cory can hit him a couple times with a Daybreak Coronet.
Cory's creature is currently at 10/10 as well.
That's big. And maybe Dylan's hoping that Cory gets impatient and just starts attacking. I wish I knew it was in Dylan's hand.
Yeah, I know. That's the one thing that we're going to be looking into when WPNs start coming around here.
Okay.
Is hand cams for
Sure.
us, or having somebody in the room to
record and just
send us hands.
Sure, that'd be cool. Because I can see Cory's hand every time. I mean, I know exactly what 3 cards those are, but those
aren't doing much for
yeah,
him.
no impact here.
I mean, unless he rips the land off the top,
yeah.
then Daybait Cornet really just starts putting the game out of reach for Kramer.
Yeah, I think Dylan might have another Dryad in his hand. He's got spells. They're not all lands, but
I mean, Kramer also has all the mana in the world too. He just needs gas.
Yeah. And
3 cards in hand for Kramer.
yeah. He knows one of the cards. It's Solaria West. So Dylan must have a plan here since he didn't transmute Solaria West. Typically, you would transmute that into a Summer's Pact.
Rather quickly, too.
Right. Continue, at least that next turn. Pact for Titan, cast Titan. I guess he still has that option on his own turn, but I would imagine he plays something here. Yeah, maybe a Beast Within. Beast Within that ley line. Get it out of here. Oh, his own force of vigor, you said?
Force of Vigor,
Okay,
I believe.
so it must be 2 artifacts or enchantments?
Up to 2, yeah.
Okay.
It might be up to 3, honestly.
I'm going to guess up to 2 since he took 2.
Yeah.
He would almost certainly take the second ethereal armor. Cory reading his own to figure out what his card does. I don't know.
Yep, destroy up to 2 target artifacts or enchantments.
Okay, so there was a Dryad in his hand. Dryad, Force, Axe, transmuting, almost assuredly for Summer's Pact. Not the Titan right away. You gotta wait for that 1 turn, Dylan. But Cory went from possibly starting to put the game away if he would have ripped a land last turn to
On the back foot.
yeah,
He needs the land at this point. I feel like if he doesn't hit the land, Kramer will just close out this game.
yes, and
Especially with the haste land coming into play.
Yeah, Cory misses again. He could pack it right now if he wanted it, I think.
Yep, and
there it is.
That's what Cory's going to do here.
Force of Vigor, a good card to find out about its existence the turn before or the day before you play a Winterbox tournament with a mostly artifact deck.
You got to look out for that one tomorrow.
Yep, didn't know that there was a free kill 2 your permanent spell. That's fun.
And a lot of your combo pieces are artifacts, are they not?
Yeah.
Besides Urza, obviously.
Yep, the other 2 are, definitely. That's going to be fun.
But now you know about it.
Now I'm at least aware of its existence. Yeah. What are you going to do?
Does that change up your sideboard at all for you? No.
It's all the same. I mean, if they do it, they do it. It's fine. I mean,
that deck controls and rebuilds pretty easily. I've watched you play that deck numerous times at this point, and you're a very good pilot at it. And I've seen you win games where you've had no right to be winning in that game.
Yeah, it looks like you're losing a lot, and then you just kind of win. I don't know how to describe it. Like you keep grinding until they stop doing things, and they kind of start whimpering, and then you're like, all right, cool.
And then you start just spinning the wheel with Urza.
No, it's a good deck. It's probably a dog to Boggles. I hope Cory doesn't play that tomorrow. But
do you feel like that's the deck to be playing right now, or do you think there is the deck right now for Modern?
I think you could pick one of. If you're gonna go to a big tournament, I think you should pick one of 5, or whatever you're most comfortable with.
Yeah,
is pretty much always gonna be best, unless it's bad, and that's a subjective
like
thing.
robots.
Yeah, don't play Affinity anymore. I love Affinity, but yeah, when they took Opal out of it, it's not good anymore. Like, you can't play a power card on turn 2, so don't play robots. Or I'm trying to think of a deck that you'd like. I'll probably catch some flame from someone for this, but Merfolk is a bad deck.
I have not seen Merfolk post a good finish in a minute.
And that's it. It top 8 at a PCQ recently.
Oh, that same PVTQ you were talking about earlier?
Either that one or a different one that they ran. And it's the kind of deck that it's really good when your opponent doesn't do anything, but all decks are like that. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of deck that I wouldn't bring to a tournament. I want my deck to be good on the play or the draw, and I think Merfolk is really good on the play and really bad on the draw.
I wouldn't say really bad, but certainly lackluster because of vials.
Yeah, that's my big thing is like if your best card is so dramatically better on the play, like Goblin Guide is better on the play.
Oh yeah.
But it's respectable on the draw. I mean, it's still haste. Like you're still attacking for 2. But the turn off from Aether Vial, so critical. Ryan Saban, local grinder, checking in on the score here. 1-1.
Hushbringer. I do believe that is the
Hushbringer, hot. I bet Dylan did not expect his Primeval Titans to do nothing on entry.
Kramer had to do a little reader on it.
Ooh, I bet he did not like what he read.
I mean, from the body language of Kramer, he does not look happy currently because
I bet he's cold to that. Aside from he did have a Beast Within, I think I saw.
He does have. I do believe he does have one.
But I mean, Cavern of Souls here for. Did he point at Ape again? That can't be right. So he just passes. Cory's got a Rancor, Plains, Dryad Arbor, Hyena Umbra. And it looks like Hushbringer doing its best Boggle impression today.
I like that a lot. I mean, I don't.
Beast Within, there it is, already in his hand. Read it, faked him out, got the enchantment out of it. Dylan Kramer, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 3/3, which isn't nothing. I mean, that can attack through our Boil Grazer real good. And
Ooh, and Raincore for Boggle, too.
Yep. So, Cory's plan is pretty much in play. It's 6 a turn. Surely Dylan, Dylan is a blocker. Probably pretty safe, even as the 2 land. What a deal. Blue-Green Titan, folks. If you love to ramp it right into him.
There's a little confusion of why the land is untapped, but Cory thought it was 4 other forests, but it's only just 1 forest.
Yep, just a single for all the castles. They're pretty low maintenance.
I really didn't think the green castle was very good initially when it first got spoiled, and I guess I was more thinking about a standard standpoint, but seeing it in modern so much, it's just so good.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, it doesn't fit the type of decks I would play personally, so I would agree. I was underwhelmed, but very powerful effects. All the castles really are useful in at least one format.
In their archetypes too, as well. Like they did a very good job at constructing those cards.
And Castle here, letting him Primeval Titan find the lands that are going to get the payoff before he plays at least the forest from his hand. I don't know if he has another land. We're done here. I mean, Rancor's back in his hand. Dylan making 2 zombies, 2 effects from the Valakut.
And Alice doesn't even want to trade with the Titan at this point either without finding another Boggle.
Yeah, I mean,
like I feel like he just takes the damage.
Yeah, I mean, Dylan shooting his own Primeval Titan there because he can't target him.
Oh, does he? Is it a?
It might be a must. If it is, it's pretty inconsequential. Dylan's guys are all pretty big butt. Daybreak Coronet off the top. That's a hot one for Cory. That'll gain him some life back. Now he can rumble with that Titan. Boggles. 1 draw step away from a sick enchantment. And with Trample. So that's going to be a surprise for Dylan. That's no fun.
So it has 8 power.
Yep.
First strike, vigilance, and lifelink.
Trample. So that's, it does trample.
Valakut is a must.
Okay, it is a must. Dylan.
Gonna chump and take 5.
Chumping 3. I think he was at 12, went down to 8. That can't be right, but it doesn't. It's probably not gonna matter.
Kramer's life total is not the more relevant one. It's definitely Ellis this year. and they both agreed on 8. So I know Cory's keeping track on his own life pad.
Right.
So
Right. Dylan could use a Force of Vigor, whatever that sick card is that would end Cory's life right here. Make another zombie. Probably deal 3 to something. Probably the Dryad, I would imagine.
yeah, so he can attack. No, he can't even attack with the Primeval Titan. Just dies the first strike.
Yeah, and that's is Valku must not be a must. Must be a May, right?
It is a must. I just looked it up. Whenever I'm on enters the battlefield under your control, if you control at least 5 other amounts.
May.
Oh, you may.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so it is a May.
Then why did you shoot his own thing earlier?
Just to send a message, I think. No, he didn't have Daybreak Coronet, so he was like, yeah, I'll take 3. What does it matter? I'm going to kill you next turn. And then Cory rips the Daybreak Coronet like a champ. And then if you're going to play Boggles, it's important that you know that you have to have been doing some clean living ahead of time to run very pure. So 7 zombies.
If Cory rips the ethereal armor, like I think that's the only draw that really keeps Cory in it. Is ethereal armor.
Yeah, I mean another Titan. Now we keep swinging back and forth.
Or a totem armor. Totem armor would help.
Totem armor would be fine. I think now there's too many zombies to the point where. I mean, if Dylan is attacking a Primeval Titan off, now that I believe Vesuva is a Field of the Dead, if you're willing to trade off a Titan for even just more zombies, if you're Cory, you just...
Cory is putting Kramer on Force of Vigor here in hand.
Oh, he would have already shown him. The game would be over. He would not... If he had that, he would not have given up the Valakut triggers on his Primeval Titan, folks. And if he did...
He's really flexing.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that mindset would continue into tomorrow for any game I might play him. He just doesn't want 6 damage.
How is your matchup against Titan?
It's really good if you cast Ashiok. Really bad if they're on the play. My experience has been it's kind of like Jund. Like Wars is just a different kind of Jund deck where
you're not really killing things on the board. You're more countering things.
Countering and then like hand disruption, and if you can push a Dryad, if you get any value out of it, it's fine. But you're typically doing like the Jund thing where like you slowly start to present lethal, and then they have like 1 or 2 turns where they don't have a hand. If they just rip it, you're probably dead. But if they don't rip it, you're fine. Like you can't stop them from killing you. But if they don't kill you in like a very small window that you present them, if everything goes right, then
you just win.
The door slams shut where they can win. It's not a matchup that I enjoy playing. The Boggle, that's stone blank.
Yeah, he needed a total armor, especially with a EE coming down.
Yeah. EE for 1.
He could do it for 4.
He could, but one clears the blocker, and he just literally attacks for, what, 20, 30? 30 just with guys right now?
Yeah, 30. And that's attacking with the Dryad.
Yep. And then Cory can't even play his other Boggle because he knows...
Blocking with all 11 here.
That's fine. I mean, it saves his engineering explosives. He's gonna win in a 2-turn window anyways. So just mass blocking is fine. It's actually given the option, Dylan wanted him to attack there.
Yeah, Cory's going up to 42 here, but
Cory making sure he gets to announce his own triggers. Very important. Doesn't play the Boggle, passes.
I don't think really Cory really thinks he's in this game either currently.
No, he knows he's dead.
Yeah.
I think he's going wide for the big scoop presentation here, but I would be interested to find. Oh, it isn't now 4 since there's no Boggle to kill.
Blows it up.
Close it up. The game is over. More Summoners packs. Why not? Just search for the lands while you're in there. Yep, don't even shuffle. Why waste the time?
Yep, that's what he's doing.
Perfect.
Activating Castle to be able to...
Here it is. More Valakut. More triggers.
More kill you.
42, that's nothing. You're dead in one turn. And this is the power of the Titan deck, I mean.
Force Figure, really a card that came through for Kramer as well, too, this game.
Yeah. Or the Beast Within?
Beast Within, yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Beast Within, pretty good against Hushbringer. Probably a one-of. I'm going to ask him afterwards. I bet it's a one-of. Maybe 2 Beast Withins. Maybe.
I'd run 2.
2 seems fine.
Two of those and then 2 Force Figures.
Yeah, that's probably a good split.
9 going up to the Dome of Ellis.
Cory picks him up.
Yeah.
Sees the Radiant Fountain. Knows the extra 2 life. It's over.
And Kramer says, "Nice Hushbringer."
Wow. Just the big Robins. Wow. I mean, if you're gonna run pure, Primeval Titan also a strong choice.
Oh, sorry, we were not reading chat. We try to read chat between rounds. We have currently 8 players for Modern tonight. The low number is because we have a win-a-box tomorrow, a free win-a-box for Modern tomorrow, that our own Sam Carls right here is going to be playing in.
I will be playing, and they will not be adding prize support if you've asked for more free entries, more free people playing, not more free prizes.
Right there. Kramer got
Dylan.
there.
You ever play Hushbringer and get a Beast Within? Cory has. It felt bad.